Live from the studios of Long Island's News Network, this is News 12, Long Island.
Good evening, everyone. It is 7 o'clock. I'm Lauren Sivan. Well, the next time you fill her up, don't rub your eyes. They are not deceiving you. The cost of regular gas at many gas stations in Nassau and Suffolk is now topping $3. The future of the Long Island Railroad, that was one of the main topics during the first ever State of the MTA speech today. An Elmont man used his gun to turn the tables on some would-be robbers. An East Meadow man's accused of exposing himself to a 15-year-old girl and soliciting sex from her. And as News 12 Long Island's Jackie Lucas tells us, it's where this all happened that makes the charges even more disturbing.
Many of the folks here at this party are resigned to the fact that when Tom does arrive, he will be giving a concession speech tonight. But you have to understand, this is a tough night for many of Swazi's supporters. They have never seen him lose a race. We're up here at the top of one of the turbines, 262 feet in the air. You can definitely feel the wind up here.
Are you dreading cooking that big bird tomorrow? Well, why don't you do what these folks did? They bowled with their butter balls. Well, what a difference a day makes. Long Island finally drying out after getting drenched with 4 inches of water yesterday in just 3 hours. News 12 Long Island's Christine Insinga is at the Suffolk Republican Convention in Holtzville with the unusual maneuver that's in the works. Christine, what's going on? Think your kid is too young to get in bars and drink? Well, many nightclubs actually cater to teens, but the cops are cracking down. In the second part of our Focus 12 series, I went along with Suffolk Police to see how they're busting bars that serve minors.
Colleen and Lee, Uniondale officials here are calling this one of the biggest water main breaks they have ever seen. And we're going to show you why. Right behind me here, the water department is working on it.
Whether they're rounded up in a raid or picked up on a traffic violation, more and more illegals are finding themselves here at the Riverhead Correctional Facility. Israeli soldiers are using this hilltop position for outgoing artillery. They say that wall just crashed from the vibrations from their tank. Now, you can see why they're using this position. We are just about 1.25 miles from the Lebanese border. Just over my shoulder there are Hezbollah bunkers. Hieronymo Luna Bringis starts his day early. By 5 a.m., he's out the door of his Farmingville trailer. He walks half an hour to this corner. Like thousands of Long Island's illegal immigrants, he waits for work as a laborer, earning about $100 a day.
If I work the full week, then I'll keep $200 for myself. The rest goes back to Mexico for the kids.
More than 2,000 miles away, in the tiny mountain town of Xalpaclahuac, Mexico, his wife, Saria, and 4 daughters live off the money he sends. The only jobs here are farming the fields for less than $1 a day. So Hieronymo left his family to find work on Long Island. And this is the fruits of his labor. With the money that he makes in Long Island, he sends home to build this house so that his family has a place to live.
Before we didn't have a house, but he left and now he sends money and we have a house.
A house, but no husband for Saria, and she's not the only lonely heart here. Most of the men in town left, just like Hieronymo, to make a better living in the U.S.
It's very hard. Sometimes I have money and sometimes I don't, but we have to deal with it. His daughters ask for him and look for him because they miss him. He's been there a long time already. The youngest one doesn't know her dad because he left when she was very young.
But she has a roof over her head. Their new home is just cinder blocks and cement, a couple of rooms with no indoor plumbing, but a big improvement over the village's traditional mud huts. Inside are pictures of American celebrities and photos of New York, reminders of why there's food on the table. Back on Long Island, Hieronymo finds work retiling a bathroom. It's a 2-day job, but it will be the only work he gets all month. He says all the recent attention on illegals is hurting his job opportunities, but he can still make more in 2 days here than 2 weeks back home.
If immigration finds me and sends me back, I will return. I'll make sure that I come back to work for my family no matter what.
Hieronymo says he's been back and forth to Mexico 4 times and has not been caught yet.
I would love for him to come back with money.
But Hieronymo's homecoming is still far, far away. Well, like many of the illegal immigrants, Hieronymo got across the border with the help of a coyote, and they can charge anywhere from $2,500 to $3,500 for their services. Loud and large, or quick and quiet.
From British World War II bombers to the world's fastest jets, a flock of flying machines gathering at Republic Airport, preparing for the annual Jones Beach Air Show. It's the fan favorite Thunderbirds that draws a crowd.
These jets create a lot of thrust, they have a lot of power, and we try to demonstrate that power.
With speeds of Mach 2 or more, these pilots can't demonstrate all the power.
Fortunately for everyone's car windows, we won't be doing that this weekend.
I was all ready for a flight, but the Air National Guard didn't have a Thunderbird in mind. Right now, I'm in an Air National Guard Extra 300. This is the plane Major Clatt has taken me up in to show us some moves. Inside this plane is 2 cameras, one on me, one on the outside, so you can see all the stuff we're seeing. After a quick tutorial, I'm strapped in and we were off. Once airborne, the show begins.
Here we go. How'd you like that?
Seeing Long Island upside down is better than any roller coaster.
There's 1, 2, how about inverted? Nice. And back to upright.
I don't know which way's up anymore.
I do. Good thing one of us does, huh?
The Major let me play pilot too. I grabbed hold of the control stick and took us for a spin.
Push it to the left. Push it to the left. You're doing it. Push more. Faster, faster, faster. You're doing it.
Our own Chopper 12 caught all the action from the air, but it may have been too much action for this reporter. Before touching down, I made good use of that air sickness bag.
How many pilots during the air show throw up?
0.
I guess I won't quit my day job. In Farmingdale, Sivan, News 12, Long Island.